I finally found out why my house has no doors. When I turned 9, my mom told me I wasn't allowed to close my bedroom door anymore. She said closed doors were for families with secrets, and we didn't keep secrets from each other. I thought it was weird, but I didn't argue. By the time I was 11, she'd removed my bedroom door entirely and put it in the garage. She did the same thing to my younger brother's room, and then she removed the bathroom door and said we needed to get comfortable with our bodies because shame was what led to secrets. I started changing in my closet, and she caught me and said, "Why are you hiding? What are you doing in there?" I said I just wanted privacy, and she said that word wasn't allowed in our house anymore. My friends stopped coming over because they were uncomfortable using a bathroom with no door while my whole family walked past. I asked if we could at least hang a curtain over the bathroom door frame, and my mom said, "Curtains are just doors made of fabric." The answer is no. By middle school, my mom had removed every single interior door in the house, including bedrooms, bathrooms, and closets. You could stand in the living room and see straight through to every room. She said it made the house feel open and honest. My brother started having panic attacks because he couldn't change clothes without everyone seeing him. My mom started following me everywhere. If I went to my room, she'd stand in the doorframe watching me. If I took a shower, she'd sit on the toilet and talk to me through the curtain. If I said I needed space, she'd say, "Space from what? What are you trying to hide from me?" When I started high school, I begged my dad to put the doors back. He said he agreed with my mom that it kept us close as a family. I said, "This is making me miserable. I can't even use the bathroom without everyone watching." He said I was being dramatic. My mom found out I'd talked to him and screamed at me for trying to turn him against her. She said, "You're becoming secretive and manipulative, and I need to watch you more carefully." She started homeschooling me so I couldn't have any interactions she didn't monitor. She'd sit next to me during every online class and read every assignment before I submitted it. I got a job at a coffee shop when I was 16, thinking I'd finally have a few hours away from her. She showed up on my second day and sat there for my entire shift watching me. My manager said, "Ma'am, you can't just sit here all day." She said, "I'm watching my daughter work." I got fired. My brother ran away when he was 15, and the police found him at a friend's house and brought him back. My mom installed locks on the outside of our bedroom door frames after that so she could lock us in at night. I said, "How is this any different from a prison?" She said, "Prisons have doors. You can see I trust you because there are no doors." I started having panic attacks in the middle of the night because I felt trapped. When I was 17, I was looking for Christmas decorations in the attic and found a box of newspaper clippings from 30 years ago. The headlines said things like, "Local girl found after 3-month disappearance," and there were photos of a little girl who looked exactly like my mom. I read every article and discovered that my mom had been kidnapped when she was 9 years old. A man had grabbed her walking home from school and kept her locked in his basement for 3 months in a windowless room. I sat in the attic for 2 hours reading everything, and that's when I understood. The rules started when I turned 9 because that's how old she was when she was taken. She removed the doors because she couldn't stand the feeling of being locked in anywhere. She couldn't handle seeing a closed door because it reminded her of that room. I confronted her that night with the articles and said, "Is this why we don't have doors?" She started crying and said, "You don't understand what it's like to be trapped. I couldn't breathe in that room. I thought I was going to die there." I said, "So you made us live in a house where we can't breathe either." She said, "It's not the same thing at all." I said, "It is the same thing. You're so afraid of being locked in that you won't let us have any privacy. You won't let us close a single door. You follow us everywhere. You won't let us have friends or jobs or lives outside of your vision. You trapped us just like he trapped you." She said I didn't understand and I was being cruel. I said, "You need help. You needed help 30 years ago and you still need it now. But instead of getting therapy, you made your trauma into our prison." I moved out the day I turned 18. My mom still hasn't gotten help, and my brother moved out the second he could too.